All right, everybody, welcome. We're here tonight with GFRL at Michigan International Speedway. You're watching the SR Broadcasting pre-race countdown. It'll be a pretty good race here tonight. We've seen a good one last week at Pocono. I'm assuming we're going to see the same thing here again tonight. These guys put on a great race last week at Pocono. I, for one, enjoyed that race. I did a couple of Poconos during the week, and I'll tell you what, the racing was outstanding. So we've seen a real good battle last week. 3 wide, I think with 2 laps to go, 3 wide between Joe Burchett, Landon Lacey, and Doug George, and then Doug George ended up pulling out the win. And man, I'll tell you what, that was amazing. Doug George got the lead. I believe it was 26 laps at Pocono last week. And man, what a finish. All the way down to the line. 3 wide finish definitely was insane. If you saw the race last week, you know what I'm talking about. It was really good. Tonight, I believe there's 125 laps. You're watching the Homenet Hosting Cup Series here at GFRL. This is Michigan International Speedway. And just a couple things to go over real quick. Next week, these guys are off, and then they'll be back June 23rd for Sonoma 70. They'll be doing 50 laps, so just mark that down. Next Saturday, there will not be a race. That will be back the following Saturday, June 23rd at Sonoma. Sonoma should be pretty good. I like Sonoma. It's one of my more favorite tracks. I don't do really good over there, but I definitely enjoy it. All right, let's take a look and see who's out here tonight. And I'll go ahead and get that pulled up here. Guess I can leave that on. Right now it looks like there's 13 drivers in the server. Let's take a look real quick at the weather. Got 82 degrees in the air, 108 on the track. Wow, that's probably going to be a little slick, partly cloudy skies. And let's see who is the top 10 right now. Josh Bonwell up in the top spot for warm-up. Derek Pemberton, Michael Trevarthen, Brandon Puffenbarger, Landon Lacey, Jeff Schmidt, Austin Marion. And I'm sorry, last week I think I called him Austin Mannion because I couldn't really see the RI, so I apologize for that. Skylar Allen Sr., Robert Dudley Dudley and Nate Patilla, I believe it is, and the number 393. And you'll see the numbers with the 3s in front of them, like the 300s. Those are new drivers to the series, so it's kind of like your rookie stripe having the 3 on you. So if you see those, you know what it is. All right, let's see who we want to get a word in with. I'd like to get a word in with Jeff Schmidt if I can. Let's see if I can bother him out here in that number 61. Hey, Jeff Schmidt, this is Paul up in the pre-race countdown. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Hey, Paul, I got you loud and clear.
Hey, man, how you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty nice weather out here we're having, so not too bad. I'm alone tonight in the booth, so it gets a little bit tiring trying to do this alone. But I think we're going to have a good race here tonight, man. We had a great race last week at Pocono, and we're looking forward to a good race here tonight. How you feeling out there on the track? What's the car feel like for you right now?
It's a little squirrely, but it's reasonable. It's going to be a fun race. There's going to be a lot of slipping and sliding on exit. You know, going or racing each other is going to be a lot different than just putting laps down here by yourself. So that's going to get a little sketchy going 2 wide and even 3 wide, possibly here. We'll see what happens, but I got a feeling that some of these guys are going to slide up into that wall, and that could create a huge problem for the guys behind that. So hopefully there's not a big pile up.
Yeah, we've seen that this week at Michigan already. A couple of guys real close to each other. Driver up in the front kind of gets the wall, and it seems like the driver behind suffers the most damage because they're right on top of them. And man, it seems like the trailing guy seems to pay the price. It's 108 degrees out on the track, man, so that's definitely got to feel a little bit slick.
Yeah, it's slick.
So how's the season going for you so far? You know, as you know, we're new here, so we're trying to get caught up on it. What's your take on the season so far for you personally? You feel like you're having a pretty decent season, or are you pulling out of a hole, or where you at right now?
Right now, you know, we want that win. Obviously, everyone wants it, but man, it's not easy here. There's some guys in here that are so fast that they're on a whole nother level. So we've kind of, you know, we figure we're gonna points race it. If we can make it to that championship and stay clean, finish every race, I think we'll be in a good spot at the end of the year.
Yeah, I know consistency is key. I know that's how I got in the chases last year. So consistency definitely pays off. The wins are great, but it's tough getting a win these days, man. Last week's battle, man, I don't know if you got a chance to go back and look, but what a finish you guys put on at the end of that race, man. From the drop of the green flag to the checker was some hard racing all the way through, clean racing, man, and we hope to see that again here tonight.
Absolutely. I got a feeling that this one's going to be a good finish. We'll see. We've gone green. I mean, this whole season in Cup has been pretty green. It's been pretty amazing, to say the least. So you know, it's surprising sometimes, even when you're on a slick track, how well these guys do and how well they handle it. But this one, I don't know. We'll have to see. But if it comes down to the end, if there's a last shootout at the end, rather, expect some really hard racing, some fun racing.
Definitely. All right, man, listen, before we let you get back to warm up, anybody you want to give a shout out to, anybody watching you out here tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Give a shout out to for you and SR Broadcasting. You do an amazing job, Paul. We're really happy to have you on board. Metalhead Motorsports, my team here, these guys are really awesome. We all help each other as much as we can, and you know, we give each other room. If one of us is faster than the other, we let them go. We don't want to race and ruin all of our race cars out here. And then if it comes down to a couple of us at the end, then yeah, it's full bore. But we got a lot of respect for each other, and it's working out really well.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's what I say. You know, teammates are one thing, but then when it comes down to the end of the race, I mean, it's all out. And there really isn't any sense in you killing yourself, you know, early on in the race. If somebody's faster, I usually do let them go by because I got the end result in mind. So it's good to see that here, man. And we wish you all the best tonight, buddy. And we'll try to get caught up with you later on in the race.
Awesome, Paul. I appreciate it, man. Have an awesome race.
All right. You too, bud.
Thank you.
Okay. That was Jeff Schmidt. I wanted to get a quick word in with Jeff and see what he was up to here tonight. Let's see who else we got here. Maybe the 65 Austin Marion, if I can find him here. Take a look through. Yeah, Austin Marion. All right, Austin, Paul up in the pre-race countdown. Do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. How's it going?
All right, man. How's it going for you out here so far tonight?
Oh, I love it. Love it. The car's just a little bit loose. Perfect.
I know there's some people that like that loose setup, man. You got 108 degrees on the track, so it's definitely going to be a little bit slick. You think it's going to change any, get a little bit more slick, or tighten up as the rubber goes down?
It'll probably get slicker as the track warms up a little bit with all of us going over it, but it might get a little bit better with a little bit better rubber, but we'll just have to wait and see. You never know what it's gonna do to you.
Yeah, I got to apologize to you too. Last week, I think I called you Austin Mannion, because on my overlay I didn't see it was an RI. It looked like a NI, so I apologize for that. I got it right now.
That's fine. It's only slightly off.
Well, my eyes ain't the greatest too, so it's really hard to see. But hopefully it'll be a good race tonight. Last week, man, you guys put on a great show at Pocono, and I see you catching some air right there. You guys put on a great show at Pocono tonight. How do you think you feel for tonight? You going to take it easy and try to make a move at the end, or if your car's there, you going to take it up to the front and try to stay there?
Well, I think I figured it out from last night. Do a little bit of, basically keep up to the field, but do a little bit of saving fuel because we're going to get some long runs here, and maybe it'll turn into a fuel run race. Last night we didn't quite do it, but I think if it goes to a fuel run race, might have something for him, might get a top 5 out of it.
Awesome, bro. All right, well, we appreciate you talking with us a little bit during your warm-up. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to? Anybody watching you tonight?
Just to my teammates at Metalhead Motorsports.
All right, man, good luck to you, and hopefully we'll catch up with you during the race or after the race, man. Good luck.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right. All right, that was Austin Marion in the number 65 Metalhead Motorsports Ford Fusion. And he likes it. Says it's pretty loose. So, there's some guys that really like the loose race cars. There's some guys that prefer it a little bit tight. I like it to be a little bit loose and go to the tight side as opposed to coming in tight and just getting tighter. Let's see who else we got out here. 16, Derek Pemberton, he's got his mic off, so we can't get a word in with just yet. How about Mr. Josh Bonwell in the 07? Let's see if we can get a word in with him. Hey, Josh Bonwell, Paul up in the pre-race countdown. You got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4, Paul.
Hey, buddy, how you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
Doing pretty good, man. Just getting ready here, trying to go over a couple things. Just wanted to get a couple words in with you before we get any further. How's your car feeling for you out there on the track tonight?
It's fast. It's a little slick, but I like running it.
Yeah, 108 degrees on the track, man. Definitely going to make for slick conditions. We were just talking to Austin. Do you think your car is going to loosen up more as the rubber goes down, or you think it's going to be the opposite and maybe tighten up a little bit?
I think that right front's going to eat up pretty hard. I think we're going to be seeing them tighten up towards the end of the run.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Last week at Pocono was a great race. We saw some great racing out there. We saw a great finish. A lot of good racing, man. Side-by-side racing from the drop of the green flag to the checkers. Hoping that's what we're going to see here tonight. Looks like you're doing pretty good. You were up in the top spot. You just got knocked down to the second place. But definitely got a fast car out there, and see if you can pull off the win tonight.
Yeah, we're hoping so.
All right, man. Listen, before we let you get out of here, is there anybody you want to give a shout-out to? Anybody watching you tonight?
My mom, she watches every weekend. I say hi to her.
All right. Yeah, we were talking to her last week. It was good to see her out here. So we wish you the best, man. Good luck for tonight's race, and we'll try to get caught up with you maybe under a caution or at the podium at the end, buddy.
All right. Thanks, Paul.
All right. All right, that was Josh Bonwell in the 07 Turn 4 Racing Ford Fusion. Nice looking car out there too, man. Got a fast car. He was up in the top spot. He just moved down to second. Landon Lacey actually took over the top spot. So looks like he's got a pretty good run going here tonight. We should see a pretty decent race here. Let me see who else we can try and get a word in. Let me see. Bruce Wright sliding in at 392. 392, new driver here to the series. So let's see if we can't rattle his cage a little bit. Hey, Bruce Wright, this is Paul up in the pre-race countdown. Do you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, man, we appreciate you stopping in and talking with us real quick here. How's your car feeling for you tonight out there on the track?
That's a little loose, but I'm not too used to racing these cars too much, so it's a learning experience for me.
Yeah, we see you got the number 392. This is your first season with them in the Cup Series.
Yeah, it's actually my first race with them all together.
Oh, awesome, man! I'm glad we pulled you in. I was going to ask you how was the rest of the season going, but since this is the first one, hopefully this is a good start for you. Looks like it's pretty decent out there. 108 degrees though on the track, so it's probably a little bit slick. Any plans tonight? What you want to do? You're gonna just try to take it easy and get to know everybody, or if you got the car for it, you're gonna go for it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it easy, get to know each other, but if I have the opportunity, I'll jump on it.
Awesome, man. All right, well, listen, we appreciate you talking with us real quick during warm up. Anybody you want to give a shout out to? Is anybody watching you here tonight? You want to say hi to or anything?
I'm not sure if anybody's watching, but maybe I'll do a shout out to AOD Racing. It's a team that I race for. They just picked me up this week, sporting their paint scheme on the car tonight.
Awesome, buddy. Yeah, it's looking good, man. So we wish you the best here on your debut, and good luck to you, man. Maybe we'll get caught up with you during the race or after the race.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Bye.
All right, that was Bruce Wright. You heard him tonight. He's making his debut here, so we'll see what he's got for these guys. Skylar Allen, new in the 96, going for a ride. Let's go over the points real quick coming into tonight's race. Right now, you got Eric Mickey. He is still leading, and he is, I believe, 54 points ahead of second place Josh Bonwell in the standings. Jeff Schmidt is sitting in third. Michael Treverthan is sitting fourth. Joe Burchett moves up one spot to fifth. Jeff Wupker moves back one spot. Can't really see if he's tied for fifth or if he's got sixth. 524, yeah, no, he's in sixth. Robert Dudley in seventh. Austin Marion in eighth. Skylar Allen Sr. in ninth. Tyler Cox in 10th. That's your points coming into tonight's race. Last week's winner, Doug George, I don't see him here tonight. So I'm not really sure if he's going to show up in time or not, but he ended up leading 26 laps last week at Pocono and taking the win on like a three-wide battle coming into the end here. So we should see a pretty decent race. Let's see, we got about 19 minutes left before they do go to qualify. Well, I see a driver in here that we haven't talked to in a while. Let's see if we can get him down here in the channel. Turn 4 Racing, Stephen Parks. Stephen Parks, this is Paul up in the pre-race countdown. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do, man.
Hey, man, good to see you out here. We saw you in the standings, but we didn't see you last week at Pocono. Nice looking car you got out there, man. How's it feeling for you on the track?
It's feeling pretty good. I haven't raced really here since last season in NIS. But yeah, we took some time off. Actually just got moved into a new place and finally got kind of settled. So nice to be back on the track and racing with these guys.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, nice looking car you got there, man. It's looking pretty sharp. Got 108 degrees on the track, man. Can you feel it?
Yeah, it can definitely feel it out of 2 right now. You've got to hit that just perfect or you're going to get a little bit sideways through the corner. But definitely liking the high line right now, to be honest, especially through 3 and 4. Kind of went high there, but yeah, it's feeling really good on the top line. It'll be interesting to see if that kind of works into the race here tonight.
Yeah, we're wondering if it's going to rubber up and get more looser or tighten up a little bit. But last week, I don't know if you got to see last week's race, but they had a really good race at Pocono with that new configuration. It seems like the racing really got better at Pocono. Hopefully we see the same thing here tonight. Some long green flag runs, maybe some pit strategy. I know you, if you got the car, I know you'll go for it, man, and we'll be watching and see what happens out here tonight.
Yeah, definitely looking for a good finish here tonight. I know my teammate Josh Bonwell's been doing pretty good here in the series, and actually had a pretty good finish last week. I believe he finished 4th. So, yeah, hoping to kind of continue that trend going for the team.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's got himself second place in the point standing, and he's got second place right now in the standings in warm-up. So he's definitely got a good car out there, and we just had a little word in with him. But we do wish you the best here tonight, man. We're going to keep an eye on things, see how it goes, and maybe get caught up with you a little bit later. But before we let you get out here, anybody you want to shout out to? Anybody watching you tonight?
Yeah, shout out to Turn 4 Racing, and these guys have really not only helped me, but we've helped really each other learn the tracks and get better through the builds. And as everybody knows, it's been kind of a tough build, especially waiting on that new tire model. So we've been working hard together and hoping to continue the good finishes we've had this week.
Yeah, I know it's been rough. I actually dropped out of our Cup Series for a little bit because I just got tired of it. But I like the paint job you got out there, man, and we wish you the best. We'll try to get caught up with you a little bit later on, man. Good luck, bud.
Yep, have a good broadcast.
All right, that was Stephen Parks in the #1 Turn 4 Racing paint scheme he's got going on here. I really like that. I always was a big fan of that yellow kind of Pennzoil kind of looking, but it looks good with that Turn 4 logo on there. He'll be out here tonight with his teammate Josh Bonwell, so we look for those guys to hopefully do something good here tonight. Let's see. I was looking for Eric Mickey. I'm not really sure how you say his name. Let me see if I can get a word in with. I'm not sure if they're going to be going to driver's meeting or not. I don't want to bother anybody during the driver's meeting, so take a quick look here. See if I get a word in with Nate. I wanted to see if I got his name right also. Hey, Nate, this is Paul up in the pre-race countdown. Do you got a copy? Hey, Nate, this is Paul in the pre-race countdown. Do you got a copy, bud? He may have stepped away, might be away. Jeff Schmidt.
Hey, Paul, I just wanted to let you know that Nate's unable to speak.
Oh, all right. Is his last name Catilla? Is that how you pronounce it?
Either Catilla or Cotilla. I'm not 100% sure.
All right. All right, yeah, I was trying to get a word in with him. I appreciate you letting me know, man.
Yeah, I don't want to, give out too much info or whatever, but he's got a condition where he's unable to speak. It's not that he doesn't want to. If for some reason he gets a top 3, we have something worked out to where he'll type it out and I'll talk for him.
All right, no problem. I appreciate it, man. Tell him thanks.
10-4.
All righty. All right, we were trying to get a word in with Nate in the 393. Wanted to see how his season was going here so far. He's got 10th place right now in the standings, so not really a bad spot to be during warm-up. Let's see. I want to try to get a couple more people out here. Oh, Robert. Let me see. Robert Dudley. I want to talk to Robert real quick. All right, Robert Dudley, this is Paul up in the pre-race countdown. Do you got a copy, dude? I think he may be pulling over. Hey, Robert, this is Paul up in the pre-race countdown. Do you got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
Hey, man, how you doing tonight?
I was struggling with this loose, slippery track.
Yeah, it is a bit on the slick side, 108 degrees out there, man. We wanted to get a quick word in with you, though, man, when we see you got the, what is it, the Find a Cure for ALS, number 48 Camry?
Yes, sir. Find the Cure for ALS, Penny Dudley Camry.
Awesome, buddy. Yeah, we're going to go over that, as a matter of fact, in a little bit. In June 24th, Top Fuel Racing is going to host a charity event, the Penny Dudley ALS Race for a Cure 250 in the IR18, and that's going to be live on both a broadcast, and I believe it's at 8, and we wanted to let everybody know we've been sharing it on our broadcast. Obviously, Penny was your sister, and you're keeping this alive and keeping this going to bring awareness for ALS. Am I right?
Yes, sir. My sister was diagnosed with it about 5 years ago and fought the good fight for 5 years. Like, she didn't lose the battle, you know, she just went on to a better place. And I've been running this car for probably about a year now. So she's seen the cars that I made, you know, the Cup car, my Xfinity car, my Toyota truck, and also my Indy cars. She's seen them, so she was tickled pink about it.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, we've been just trying to tell everybody on all the different broadcasts that we've been doing, and for them to get in touch with Scott Brinson over at sbrinson1977 at gmail.com or topfuelracing.us if they wanted to make a donation or race or get involved, you know, and bring it out to the public. And we're going to be sharing it when Bofa Broadcasting goes live with it. So hopefully it'll be a good race. Hopefully it'll be a good turnout. And it's always good to see how the community comes together, man, for all different kinds of events like this.
Yeah, I appreciate all the work that everybody's done, especially you making the banner for the race. You know, you didn't know me from Adam, and I contacted you, and you really helped out. I really appreciate that. I want to thank you for that. And the race, like you said, is June 24th. The grid time's 8 p.m. Go to Top Fuel Racing in the iRacing and search Top Fuel. Join the race. Small donation. All the donations go to ALS Association to help find the cure for all these families and all these people that's suffering from this terrible disease.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, dude, we appreciate you stopping in with us, and hopefully you get a good race out here tonight, and we'll try to get caught up with you during the race, or maybe even a podium finish at the end.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna hang back a little bit and see how it works out. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Good luck to you, buddy. Thanks. All right, that was Robert Dudley in the number 48 ALS, Penny Dudley ALS for Cure. And that race will be on June 24th on Bofa Broadcasting at Top Fuel Racing. And if you want to support, you want to donate, just go to Top Fuel Racing in iRacing. You can contact them through there, or you can go to sbrinson1977 at gmail.com or topfuelracing.us and get involved and maybe make a donation to help find a cure for ALS. Come watch the broadcast and check it out. It's one thing I like about the iRacing community. When anything happens, anything people want to bring out, whether it's for cancer, ALS, pH awareness, or anything, guys usually rally around it. There's usually a big input by the community, so we do appreciate that. We do like that here. All right, we are going to kick it live to the track in a minute, and we'll end the pre-race show right here. I am alone tonight, so I'm going to try to do the best I can. Sam had to work, and Curtis had to work, and Nathaniel couldn't make it. So it's just going to be me tonight. I'll try to make it as interesting as I can, and we'll be back in a little bit. All right, we are live on the track right now. You're watching the Homenet Hosting Cup Series here at GFRL Go Fast Racing League. This is the Michigan International Speedway 125. We just finished the pre-race countdown, so we are on track. Got about a minute 46 left of warm-up, then we will kick it over to qualify. We did have a few more drivers come in late. Rule is here, any driver that doesn't have, I believe, 10 consecutive laps during warm-up will go to the back of the field during the grid, regardless of where they qualify. So we'll see a couple of drivers moving to the back. We did get a word in with a bunch of different drivers here tonight. We do want to remind you that next week GFRL will be off. We will have no broadcast next Saturday night, but we will be back. I believe that is June 23rd at Sonoma for 50 laps. It'll be the Sonoma 70. I'm looking at the wrong side. And we'll be back here 8:20 for the pre-race countdown, and we'll talk about what were the results here tonight. We've seen some long green flag runs at Pocono last week. These guys put on a great show over at Pocono with that new track configuration, with the new scan and the asphalt back down on there. It really made for some good racing all week long. All the different broadcasts that we've done, we've seen the same thing. Lots more racing now than we saw before. So I'm really excited to see Pocono up on the calendar. Let's see. Do we have the points over here? I'm not sure. No, I think we got the points just on the pre-race countdown. But last week at Pocono, they were coming down to the checkered flag was Joe Burchett in the number 41, Landon Lacey in the number 35, I believe it was. Let's see if he's out here. Yeah, in the number 35. And Doug George, I believe, was in the number 301. And, man, they were three-wide battle coming to the checkers. It was amazing. So hopefully we'll see that again tonight. Let's see who's going to be the first driver out here for qualify. We'll take a ride around with them. Looks like Michael Trevarthen will be the first one out on the track. So let's take a ride on the top of his car, and we'll wait for some times to come in here for qualify. And like I said, I am alone here tonight, so I'll do the best I can, try to keep it interesting, and hopefully not lose my voice. Looks like 108 degrees though on the track right now, so it's definitely going to be a little bit slick, especially as the rubber goes down and the fuel comes out of these cars. So he's got the green flag that time. We'll wait for him to come across the line, and we'll see what he's got to put up here. A little bit bouncy out there. You see the drivers with the 300 numbers. Those are drivers that are new to the league, new to the series. It's kind of like the rookie numbers. It's the 300s. Yeah, you can see him bringing it way close up to the wall. Now down under the line. That's going to get in the top spot for the moment. Let's go with Jeff Schmidt right now being shown in third. Let's go to Landon Lacey in the number 35. Right now, Michael Trevarthen's got the top spot. We'll see if anybody's got anything for him here. Ryan Robertson shown in second. Brandon Puffenbarger in third. Tyler Cox in fourth so far. See what Landon gets as he comes across the line. See the car get just a little bit wiggly there. We see him come across and get that first time mark. And that's going to put him up to the top. He's going to come out here with a 38.741. Trevarthen's going to have a 38.942. Let's see, Skylar Allen sitting in the pits waiting to go out. What about Nate? I believe Nate Catilla. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize, but that's what it looks like to me. Right now, Nate's got 13. And Stephen Parks was just going to qualify. I'm not sure. All right, he's got 16. Josh Bonwell sitting 7th. Nate Anderson, and driver in the 310. He came in a little bit late, so he'll probably end up having to drop to the back of the line. And we'll see. Right now he's 15th. Let's see if he's got anything else underneath that hood. And then the other driver I see out here is Bruce Wright in the 392. We did get a word in with Bruce earlier. Bruce actually making his first race here tonight with them. Hopefully he can do good and have himself a good finish here tonight. And Nate gonna go to 15th. Right now, Bruce Wright is shown in 17th. I believe he said it was the AOD. Oh, and he got a piece of the wall there on that one. And look like Charlton Sanders is out on track now. So he's going to come out here and put a lap down in at number 18. And not going to get a time in. Waiting for these guys to get up here and start gridding up. All right, starting on the pole is going to be Landon Lacey in the number 35. So congratulations to Landon on the pole. Michael Trevarthen is going to start on the front row with him. Second row will be Ryan Robertson, Brandon Puffenbarger. Third row is going to be Tyler Cox and Derek Pemberton. Fourth row is going to be Josh Bonwell and Jeff Schmidt. Row 5 is going to be Jeff Wubker and Robert Dudley. Row 6 is going to be Austin Marion and Skylar Allen Sr. Row 7, Nate Catilla and Eric Minch. I believe row 8 is Nate Anderson and Stephen Parks. Row 9 is going to be Bruce Wright and Charlton Sanders. And that is going to round out your field. We got 125 laps here tonight. This is the Homenet Hosting Cup Series here at Michigan International Speedway with Go Fast Racing League. It'll be a pretty good race here tonight. There are no stages, so straight through racing. I'm not sure what the fuel, probably should ask these guys what the fuel mileage is going to be in the cars, but we'll watch when they start to roll. There'll be a bunch of drivers moving to the back of the field and having to start from the back. But it's not really where you start, it's where you finish is what counts. And one thing we've learned over the years is not always the fastest car that wins. So. All right, we're just waiting for the few more drivers to grid up here. And the pace car is going to bring these guys around. Take another look at the weather. We got 82 degrees in the air, 108 degrees on the track. So definitely going to make for some slick racing out here. All right, Landon Lacey looks like he's going to stay on the inside here for this start. And I believe Michael Treberthan in that number 2. All right, we're getting ready to fire these guys up here tonight. Hi, Josh's mom. Got a fast car out here, so hopefully we'll see him do something here tonight. He's got his teammate Stephen Parks out there in the number 1. So hopefully those guys can do something good here for turn 4. All right, pace car lights are off. They are side by side. We're getting ready to get this thing going green here tonight. Watching the GFRL Homenet Hosting Cup Series at Michigan. Could come down to fuel strategy. Yeah, we're going to wait for that pace car to take that left turn back down the pits. And we got green flag here tonight. Lacey got a pretty good start, but Treberthan hanging on right there on the outside. Bonwell right to the back of the 35. And looks like Treberthan gonna take a hard charge to the outside and take that number 1 spot. Here comes the 07 of Bonwell, gonna look low. I believe that is Brandon Puffenbarger up there in the 88. Bonwell in the 07 right now, sitting in 4th. And Treberthan does lead that lap. Landon Lacey is going to be in 2nd. Go back a little bit in the field. Looks like the 16 of Derek Pemberton right now in 5th. And Jeff Webker in 6th. Go back a little bit here to the 393 of Nate Patilla on the inside of Schmidt and Skylar Allen Sr. And they are almost 3 wide. And looks like Lacey not letting him get too far out. Puffenbarger sitting there in 3rd, Bonwell in 4th, Pemberton in 5th. You look at Derek Pemberton trying to take a look on the inside, but I believe Josh Bonwell is going to have that run on the outside. We've seen that outside line really work good. It looks like Treberthan and Landon Lacey one more time. Let's see who gets it coming across the stripe. Ooh, that was really close up there on Lacey with that outside wall. And the caution does fly, and that was the 1 of Stephen Parks involved in that. Let's go back. We'll take a quick look and see. Did he had a little help, or did the car just get away on him? Ooh, a little contact with the outside wall. Wow, these guys do a great job missing him. A little bit of damage, not too much, so hopefully he can get in, get some of that damage repaired, and get back out on the track, not lose too much. We'll probably see a couple of pit stops already, even though we only have 5 laps on the tires. I know tire drop off here is really big. We'll take a look. We'll see if Landon Lacey's going to lead these guys down, or is he going to stay out? And looks like Bonwell was going to stay out. He does come in. We do have a couple of drivers that stayed out to try to get a lap led here tonight. Keep an eye on the pit lane time. Probably should have moved it over maybe just a little bit more. There we go. See who's going to be the winner off pit road. It looks like it is going to be the 35. That's going to be close for a second right there. Looked like Bruce Wright, Robert Dudley do stay out. Looks like maybe Skylar Allen Sr. may have got out pretty quick on the pits here. So Robert Dudley right now up in the front, going to get a point for leading a lap here, and then number 48. The Penny Dudley ALS, find a Cure Toyota Camry. And then we have the 392 of Bruce Wright. And he is on the lead lap. Landon Lacey right now sitting in third. Skylar Allen Sr. Up to fourth. Michael Javarthan in fifth, Brandon Puffenbarger in sixth, Josh Bonwell in seventh, and that will change this time by because we did have Bruce Wright come on into the pits. So these guys will move up one position. We're under caution number 1. We've had 2 lead lap changes. We still have 119 laps to go here tonight. We'll see. Guess Robert is going to stay out. We'll see how that works out for him. I know during the week, even a couple of laps on the tires were quite a bit. We may see him drop like a stone. It might be surprising. Might see him out there and actually running good, try to hang on to that spot. He may be anticipating maybe another caution to try to keep him up there, but I know it didn't work out really great. Let's take a look at Robert. He started 10th. He's currently sitting up in the front with 2 laps led. And it looks like he might take the outside, which is probably pretty good because the outside line seems to be where you're able to hold on. We saw last week, I believe on Wednesday, the inside line did come in a little bit, but it was late in the race. For the most part, that outside line was where everybody was making their moves. You see the guys on the inside have a better run in, but on the center off and out, the outside line, there was just no comparison. So just remember, next week GFRL will be off, and then they'll be back June 23rd in 2 Saturdays at Sonoma. All right, lights are out. We're lined up side by side. Robert Dudley is going to take the outside. Landon Lacey at number 35 is going to take the inside. Skylar Allen Sr. and Michael Javarthan going to make up row 2. Row 3 is Josh Bonwell and Brandon Puffenbarger. So we'll see what kind of start these guys get. Keep an eye on the 48 and see if those tires are really going to make a big difference or not. So those guys in the outside line are going to want to pay attention and see what kind of start he gets. That could slow this whole outside line up. Got a couple drivers catching up to the field. Looks like 18 drivers out on the field right now, waiting for the pace car to turn in and turn these guys loose again one more time. And the pace car makes that hard turn. We are getting ready to go back at it. And we are green. 48, Robert W. does get a good start, able to get it out front. We'll see if he can stay out there. He's up in the clean air, so might be to his advantage for a lap or two. I just think these fresher tires are going to prevail here. Oh, he hits the wall, and now the two of Trevarthen. Oh, man, going to hit the wall hard. No caution. No caution. Let's go back quick. Take a closer look at that. You see him hit the wall and man into the number 2. The rest of these guys do a good job avoiding him. Wow, there was another wreck in between. Let's go back and find out what happened. Let me find the 61 of Jeff Schmidt, see if we can see what happened here. Looked like the 96 of Skylar Allen started to get sideways, and that caused that whole mess. Let's take a better look at his you see the back end just start coming around. Contact. Oh man, in the 61 with nowhere to go. Not good. What we thought would have brought out the caution did not bring out the caution. Landon Lacey is going to bring them back down the pits. It looks like Brandon Puffenbarger does stay out, and if he'll get scored for leading the lap. Yep, there he goes. So he'll get a bonus point. Check out these guys down on pit lane. I think we had some pretty good stops. Let's see what kind of times they get out here. Landon Lacey right now with and run around to the left side, 14.8. That's a good pit stop. Couple of guys sitting a little longer, getting some damages repaired. Let's go back up to the front. Brandon Puffenbarger right now out in front, your leader. He started 4th. He's currently sitting 1st. He's got 1 lap led. We'll see if he's going to bring it in and get tires, or is he going to stay out there. Let's take a quick look too where the 48 is. The 48 is still sitting in pit road getting some repairs done. The 09 of Jeff Wubker, the 61 of Jeff Schmidt also, unfortunately, nowhere to go. The victim of circumstance on that one. I don't know what they've been drinking, but that was pretty rough. It looks like Brandon's going to stay out. Lights do go back out on the pace car, so he's going to try his luck on the outside. I believe he's got a couple of laps fresher than what they did on the last restart with the 48. But we saw the 48 get a little bit loose up into the wall, made some contact with the 2 of Michael Trevarthen, who right now is being shown 1 lap down. And he is in the pits, pretty heavily damaged. Really slick out there too, 108 degrees on the track. Starting to see a little bit of rubber go down, but we still need a little bit more racing to get some more rubber down on the track to actually see if it's going to make a difference or not. Brandon Buffenbarger, Landon Lacey in row 1, Derek Pemberton, Ryan Robertson in row 2, Tyler Cox and Nate Catilla in row 3. We'll see what they do when the pace car decides to turn off. We'll see if the 88 can get himself out front, get himself up in the clean air and hold these guys off. We see the 35. He's been really strong. 16, Derek Pemberton also down on that inside line. And he is going to put the pedal down as soon as that pace car goes in. So that's going to give him a little bit of a breathing room. Landon Lacey going to take a look on the inside. Going to give himself a little bit extra room just in case there's a little wall action. And it looks like Landon Lacey's going to squeeze it up to the top lane, get that lap. Now we have, who's that? Ryan Robertson in the 343. Going to try and take a look to the inside. So just a couple laps on those tires on the 88, you can see that that car, it's actually still doing pretty good. You can see how it does a few more laps on there. 14, Tyler Cox sitting in 4th, Derek Pemberton in 5th. Let's jump in with Tyler. And that was really close. I guess that's going to change on me, so let's go back outside. So Landon Lacey out front, and he's got about 1/10 over Brandon Puffenberger. I'm actually surprised he's doing that good, having a few laps on those tires. We've seen during the week that didn't work out very well. Ryan Robertson was trying to take a look to the inside, and here comes the 14 of Tyler Cox looking to the inside. But if you watch the 88, I think he's going to have the run out. No. Ryan Robertson going to take 2nd. Tyler Cox looking for 3rd. And it looks like he's going to take 3rd. We'll see if Derek Pemberton can do anything now. Go back a little bit in the field here. Stephen Parks does get that car repaired up a little bit. Having a nose off there definitely isn't going to help. Robert Dudley 1 lap down in 13th. And Tyler Cox now looking for 2nd place over Ryan Robertson in the 343. Ryan gonna try to get through the back bumper. I didn't know if he was gonna take it down low. Yeah, he's gonna try to take it low. Landon Lacey right now, 8 laps led, coming to 9 laps led this time by. And Tyler Cox again taking a look down low. He's going to slide that car up. He's going to take 2nd. Quick little wiggle there. Let's see. Ryan Robertson going to try to do a crossover and take that spot back. It looks like he's able to do it. Tyler Cox now going to settle for third for the moment. We'll see if he's going to close in on these guys. Austin Marion right now sitting in ninth and at number 65. Eric Minch in eighth in the number 32. And Nate Catilla in seventh in the 393. Josh Bonwell up to sixth. Got a little bit of right front damage. Brandon Puffenbarger in the 88 in fifth. Derek Pemberton in fourth. Tyler Cox in third. Still trying to work on Ryan Robertson for second. See right now he's taking a look underneath. We'll see if the outside line is able to pull it back up. It looks like Tyler Cox right now is going to take that spot back for the moment. And it looked like, who was that? Brandon Puffenbarger getting a little bit squirrely there. Derek Pemberton does move up to fourth. Tyler Cox now to second. Looking back to Ryan Robertson, and right behind him, the 16 of Derek Pemberton. And now that Tyler Cox has gotten by, we'll see if he's got anything to catch up to the 35. Landon Lacey, who is about 6/10 ahead. We'll watch these guys second, third, and fourth. They got a pretty good show going on right here. It looks like Pemberton in fourth got himself a little bit loose. And right now, everybody pretty much single filed up onto the sixth place of Josh Bonwell. Then it's a little bit further back to Nate, and Nate is leading this bunch from let's see, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Got Nate Catilla, Austin Marion, and Eric Minch, 7th, 8th, and 9th right here. It looks like the 65 of Austin Marion going to take that spot. Nate's going to move back one. The 8th, we'll see if Eric Minch is able to do anything with him. And Eric Minch right now to the inside, going to try and get by the 393 of Nate. Looks like he is going to get that spot. He's going to slide it up. Yeah, he's going to slide it up in front. And Nate's going to take it down low. Doesn't look like he's got anything right now for him. So let's go back up front here to Ryan Robertson now in fourth, Derek Pemberton in third, Brandon Puffenbarger in fifth, Josh Bonwell still sitting in sixth. Tell you what, these guys are going at it pretty hard right here. Derek Pemberton in third, Robertson in fourth, and Puffenbarger in fifth. Tyler Cox is about 3/10 behind your leader, Landon Lacey, so he's definitely pulling in a little bit closer to him. That time by, he was a little bit faster than Landon Lacey. Let's see what they get this time across the line. They wasn't able to get him there, but across the line that time, Tyler Cox with a 41.008, Landon Lacey with a 41.166. Yeah, unfortunately, Jeff Schmidt, the number 61, man, a victim of circumstance, getting his car repaired, hopefully to get back out on the track and maybe gain a couple of spots, but definitely not the night he was looking for sure. The 35 right now going past the 96 of Skylar Allen Sr. That is going to let Tyler Cox close up. And they are going to be almost 3 wide. They do go by. They are going to close in now on the 48 of Robert Dudley. Robert Dudley is 1 lap down, about to go 2 laps down. I'll tell you what, the 96... not giving up easy here. He gets a great run down there coming into the turn. And he's going to slide it back up in front of the 35. 35 is going to cut it down low, bring it down to the line across the stripe. Here comes the 14 of Tyler Cox. Ooh, 14 with a little bit of a wiggle. Looked like the 96 got some fresh tires on that car. He wasn't giving up without a battle. Here comes Tyler Cox now to the back of 35, Landon Lacey. Wow, looks like that car is just a little bit upset. If there's anything else going on the track, maybe back here a little bit with Brandon Puffenbarger, Josh Bonwell, Riot Robertson. Like, keep an eye on the leaders here, see if he starts closing in on him a little bit closer as they catch up to the 48. Tyler Cox does get by the 35, Landon Lacey. Tyler Cox gonna take over that spot. Here comes the 96. Whoa! Tyler Cox shoots it all the way down under the line to save it. But Landon Lacey right now in second. You see him even battling pretty hard there with Skylar Allen Sr., who right now I believe is 16 laps down. Definitely got fresher tires on there and almost takes it around. I'm sure Landon Lacey's glad to see him off of his bumper right now so he can concentrate on chasing down the 14 of Tyler Cox. And go back here, Derek Pemberton in third, and at number 16, the 343 of Ryan Robertson in fourth. Josh Bonwell, your top 5 spot right now. Brandon Puffenbarger not too far behind. Landon Lacey still sitting second. Tyler Cox right now with 3 laps led. He did start 5th. Looks like the 2 of Michael Trevaranthan, he's 3 laps down on fresher tires. He's going to make his way by. Take a ride with Josh for a lap or 2 around here. Looks like Ryan Robertson maybe also chased that car down to the bottom to save it. That's the 2 of Michael Trevaranthan. He is, I believe, 19 laps down. We saw him take a hard hit early on. Go back up front to Tyler Cox, your leader. About 5/10 behind is the 35 of Landon Lacey. Behind him is the 16 of Derek Pemberton, and he is sitting in third. Ryan Robertson now going by, well, trying to go by the 96 of Skylar Allen Sr. And here comes the 2 of Michael Trevaranthan. Oh, the 96 up into the wall, keeping it straight. That lets by Bonwell and Puffenbarger, and then almost make contact. Oh, Bonwell having trouble. And you see, he does hang on to it. Man, that car started getting a little bit sideways on him. We'll probably end up seeing green flag pit stops for tires more than fuel at this rate. Bonwell to the inside, trying to get by Skylar Allen Sr., who's sitting in 14th. Bonwell in 5th. Looks like he'll get that spot. We'll see if Brandon able to complete that pass here. And I believe Landon Lacey is caught up to Tyler Cox. He is right on his back bumper. He's only 1/10, less than 1/10 right now. Oh, 14 getting loose. Yeah, it looked like that car is a little bit upset. That is going to let Landon Lacey get by. Tyler Cox going to take a look down on the inside again. Who has it coming across the stripe? It's going to be the 14, Tyler Cox, going to take that spot back. Take a look back. And you can see that the track is hot because these cars are definitely getting a little bit squirrely. Take a look at the top 5 here. How do I not have a number for Ryan Robertson? 343. I could have sworn I made one. But you have Tyler Cox, Landon Lacey, Derek Pemberton, Ryan Robertson, and Josh Baumwell, your top 5. We've had 2 cautions and 6 lead changes. We still have 83 laps to go. We should start seeing some pit stops coming pretty soon. The Eric Minch coming down pit road. He's going to give up that 9th place spot. Jeff Schmidt still sitting, getting repairs done to that car. Eric Minch with a 14.9. That's a pretty good stop. I see the leader, Tyler Cox, now closing in on 10th place car of Stephen Parks. Stephen is going to let them go on by. Stephen, unfortunately, with some damage to the front of that car. Jeff Webger in that 09. He is currently sitting 9th. Let's take a look at where he started here tonight. He started 9th and he is currently sitting 9th. Nate Catilla, he started 13th and he is currently sitting 8th. Austin Marion started 11th. He's up to 7th. Brandon Puffenbarger started 4th. He dropped back a few spots to 6th. Josh Bonwell started 7th. He is currently sitting 5th. Ryan Robertson started 3rd. He's giving up 1 spot right now, sitting in 4th. Derek Pemberton started 6th. He is up to 3rd. Landon Lacey, your pole sitter right now, sitting 2nd. And Tyler Cox, who started 5th, he is up in the front. And he'll be coming to 15 laps led this time by if he can get to the line first. Tell you what, it is hot in this booth. These are everything side by side with Parks. That is not for position. Derek Pemberton in 3rd, closing in on these lap down cars. We'll see if that's going to let him get by or not. It looks like the 09 Jeff Weber does keep it up high. That's going to put Jeff 1 lap down, first car lap down. Should a caution come out. Right now, he is sitting in the lucky dog spot. Ryan Robertson bringing it down pit road, going to give up 6th place. Stephen Parks coming down. Josh Bonwell now up to 4th. Brandon Puffenbarger still hanging on back there in 5th. Doing a lot better than I thought he would be doing with the tires that he had. Take a look at that paint job he's got on there. Nice, pretty sharp looking car. Josh Bonwell with a little bit of right front damage. I know under green it's kind of hard to stay in there and get it repaired. Probably hoping a yellow come out to get some more of that damage repaired. It looks like, is that the 16? So Bruce right here in the 392. He is sitting in 11th, 1 lap down. Eric Minch in 10th. He is 1 lap down. The 09 Jeff Webker was 1 lap down. He's going to bring it down into the pits. Ryan Robertson in the 343, currently sitting 8th. Nate Catilla sitting 9th in the 393. Austin Marion in the 65. He is sitting 6th. Brandon Puffenbarger in 5th. Josh Bonwell in 4th. We're waiting to see when these leaders decide to bring it on down. Tyler Cox still has the lead. Landon Lacey in the 35, just trailing right behind, not too far off. You know, a couple of guys are having some weather issues tonight too. Got all kinds of stuff going on. That time of the year too. Looks like Brandon Puffenbarger going to bring it down pit road. Let's take a look, see what kind of pit time he gets here. See if he can bring it in and have himself a nice smooth stop. Oh, and he's going to have a tough stop. That is going to hurt him. I wasn't sure if he was going to go back around. Yeah, he's going to lose a lot of time on that one. Yeah, and that's really going to kill his time because he is backing up to straighten that car out. That is definitely going to hurt his time, especially the way it looks right now. It doesn't look like we're going to have, oh, I was just going to say, it don't look like we're going to have many yellows. And speaking of which, we have a yellow. It looks like the one of Stephen Parks might have a piece of that. Let's go back and look. Watch the number 1 of Parks. Looks like he's trying to keep it down low. Oh, he makes contact with the 09. Go back and check one more time what happened here. Oh, it looked like the 09 came down into the 1. Maybe he thought he had room to get by. Or maybe he thought he cleared him. Or payback. All right, we are under caution. That's going to change up some things here tonight. Lucky dog should be Josh Bodwell in the 07. And I believe he pitted already. Tyler Cox going to bring these guys down. Bonwell should get the wave around. He may be on 1 or 2 lap older tires. I'm not sure if he's going to come in. Going to go to the end of the line anyway, so I think I would come in and take a pit, get myself 4 tires and fuel, be on the lead lap with fresh tires, and keep myself up there. Ooh, 35. Lacey having a hard pit right here. That's going to cost. Yeah, it looks like the 14, Tyler Cox, going to get out first. The 16 of Derek Pemberton. Then the 35. If we can get a word in maybe with Tyler real quick. See if I can find him here. Hey, Tyler Cox, Paul in the SR broadcast booth to get a copy.
Yeah, I do. What's up, guys?
Hey, man, looking pretty good out there, buddy. You got a bunch of laps led, 24 laps coming to 25 laps. A couple of times looked like the car got squirrely. Is that what you're feeling tonight?
Yeah, it's pretty loose out here. You gotta really watch where you get on the throttle. Throttle control is key. If you can save the rear tires, you're definitely doing good.
Well, I'll tell you what, definitely putting on a good show. You started 5th. You got up to the front. You got 25 laps led right now. Looks like you definitely have a good car out there, man. Hopefully you can keep it together and keep it out in the front. We've seen you have a lot of pressure from the 35 of Lacey. You guys going back and forth, man. Looked like a pretty tough battle. We've seen both of you guys getting a little bit squirrely at different times.
Yeah, it's been a good battle. He's a teammate, so we just been trying to keep it safe while also putting on a good show. It was hard. I got in a session like 2 minutes before the race actually began, so I had no practice. But so I just went off kind of based what I went off last night in the Xfinity car, and it seems to be working pretty well. So driving from the back's pretty hard, but cautions kind of fell my way, and I'm up here, so hopefully we can keep it up here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Looks like it's a pretty good run going on here. Good luck to you, man, and hopefully we'll talk to you later on in the race.
Thank you, guys.
All righty, bud. Sorry about that. I gotta find you.
Overtake.
Yeah, we've seen a couple different times where his car got a little bit squirrely. Then we saw Lacey in the number 35 get a little bit squirrely. A couple different guys have to chase it down to the bottom and save it. But he's out here now going to have 26 laps led, going to be in control of this restart. So we'll see if he's going to choose the inside or the outside on this start. Let's take a quick look at our summary. We've had... this is our third caution, 6 different lead changes. Wow, I thought with the way these guys were racing, it'd be a lot more than 6 lead changes. We still have 68 laps remaining. We do have a really slick track though, 108 degrees on the track. That's definitely making for these guys to be up on the wheel. 82 degrees in the air, partly cloudy skies at Michigan. You guys are watching the Homenet Hosting Cup Series at Michigan International Speedway with GFRL, Go Fast Racing League. I'll tell you what, been a pretty good race here so far. Unfortunately, a couple of guys got caught up early on with some fast cars. The number 2, Michael Tavares, and unfortunately for him, he had a pretty decent car out here. Hard hit into the wall. He is out on track, but bunch of laps down. Look like he is 19 laps down right now. So, you know, it's unfortunate for some of these guys that had some really fast cars out here, but we still go on. It looks like, I believe, Jeff Schmidt back out on the track, so good to see Jeff get his car repaired and get back out. Lights are out. Tyler Cox on the inside, Pemberton on the outside, Lacey Catilla making up the next row. Let's see what these guys got. 14 on the pedal, and looked like Pemberton was not ready for that. He is gonna lose a couple spots right here. And he's under fire by the 32 of Eric Minch. Looks like the 393 Nate Catilla is going to go by. The 343 Robertson going to go by Schmidt. 65 Austin Marion trying to get on by. And Josh Bonwell back on the lead lap in 8th. Got a fast car. We should see him make his way up to the front a little bit here. And they are 3 wide, 88 Puffenbarger down on the inside. And he cuts the 48 of Robert Dudley and the 2 of Trevarrow. They are not for position, but he's on a rush. He wants to go forward. Go back up to Ryan Robertson in the 343. He is currently sitting 5th. Nate Catilla is sitting 6th. Right now, Tyler Cox out front by a little bit over a second. And he'll be coming to 30 laps late this time by. Like Eric Minch in 5th. We may have a challenge going on here between Bonwell and Catilla. And that'll be for 6th. Jump inside. Yeah, if not really sure. You'll have to hit me with that one again. It's really, really quiet tonight. Are you asking if I'm really quiet tonight? Let's see how much damage. Oh, Jeff Schmidt does have quite a bit of damage on that car. No hood, no front. Looks like maybe no right front fender. I know he's got one. It's just pretty beat up, but back out on the track though. Not really anybody doing anything just yet. Josh Bonwell, 65 Austin Marion, Nate Catilla. And Puffenbarger seem like the 4 right now. Looks like the 65 Austin Marion trying to take a look underneath the 07 of Bonwell, but see if that outside line, yeah, Bonwell going to have it across the line. See if he can keep it into 1. Oh, it's going to be contact. No. Oh, Bonwell up into the wall, going to suffer some damage. Go back. Just a little bit of contact and to put him up into the wall, give him a little bit more right side damage and slow it down. Puffenbarger now up to 7. Austin Marion in at 65 up to 6. And Tyler Cox, your man up front, 35 laps led. Take a drive with him. Looking from second place to your leader. Come inside with Austin Marion in 7. Brandon Puffenbarger did get by to take 6th. Looks like Lacey slowly closing in on Tyler Cox. A little bit faster time that time by. He's got a 45.91 and Tyler Cox had a 46.47. He's closing the gap just a little bit. We'll probably have a challenge for the lead here again. Tell you what, Tyler Cox really got that car wound up out here in the front. Landon Lacey, though, is trying everything he can. Let's see if we got anybody else fighting here on the track. Back right now, Jeff Schmidt in 16th, so he did gain a couple of spots by getting that car fixed and getting back out. Treverton is sitting in 14th, and at number 2, Jeff Webker right now sitting 13th. Robert Dudley sitting 12th, and at number 48. Stephen Parks right now in 11th. And not doing too bad, only 1 lap down with all that damage, so that's pretty good. Bruce Wright in 10th. He is the first car lap down. Josh Bonwell in 9th. And right in front of him is Nate Cotillan at 393. And looks like Josh Bonwell will have that at the line. We'll see 393. Looked like he was going to take a crossover. Bonwell going to be able to pull away just a little bit. I'm wondering why I am, let me crank it up just a little bit more then. See if that's a little bit better. I think my kid might have lowered the volumes while he was doing a stream. Let me know if that's a little bit better. But Tyler Cox right now still out front. Landon Lacey still sitting second. Derek Pemberton in third. Ryan Robertson at his back bumper. Not really sure if he's going to go high or go low. It looks like Pemberton may have got just a little bit loose. It looks like Robertson is going to complete that pass as they come out of 4. That outside line, look at that run. All right, yeah, thank you. I think my son, he was doing a stream on here the other day. He may have lowered it down. Look at these guys go side by side. Right now, Robertson on the outside has the advantage. 16 of Pemberton on the inside. And looks like Pemberton got scored at the line for third. Robertson fighting back again on the outside. This is probably your closest battle right here. And this is for third. Right now, the 16 of Pemberton in third. Robertson in fourth. We have to take a lap or two, cool those tires down, and come back out. And Tyler Cox still out front, about 9/10 over Landon Lacey sitting in second. This is the race for third right here. between the 16 of Derek Pemberton and the 343 of Ryan Robertson. And these guys been going back and forth for a few laps right now. And looks like Derek going to have it on the inside. I think Robertson's tires aren't really happy with him right now. And they get a little bit spread out here. Let's go back. 88 of Brandon Puffenbarger. He's in 5th. He's not really feeling any pressure because about 4/10 back is Eric Minch in 6th. And then we go back a little bit further to Austin Marion in 7th. 393 of Nate Catilla in 8th. And then Josh Bonwell right now, I believe, in the pits. Yeah. Going to make his pit stop. He should be good from here till the end if it stays green. See what kind of time he's got on his pit here. 15.2. Might have took a little bit more damage repair. So we may see guys start coming in pretty soon. Usually when they see one guy go in, it kind of chain reaction. So we had 3 cautions so far, 81 coming to 82 laps complete. There'll be 43 laps left. We are going to see some of these guys come in and make another pit stop. Tyler Cox, your leader. He started 5th. He's currently 1st, and he does have 51 laps led. So he is going to have the most laps led so far as we go through. Landon Lacey, I believe Landon Lacey started on the pole. Right now he is currently sitting in 2nd. Derek Pemberton, he started 6th. And he is currently sitting 3rd, but Ryan Robertson is trying to say something about that again. Looks like Robertson may have cooled those tires off a little bit and coming back on the outside. So Robertson going to move up to 3rd. Pemberton back to 4th. Looks like got a little bit of a wiggle there. So far, everybody's still out. Tyler Cox still out. Landon Lacey out. Ryan Robertson out. Derek Pemberton's still out. They have not come in for their pit yet. Looks like the 65 Austin Marion coming in to make his pit stop. Oh, and he slides through the pit stall. That's going to cost him a little bit. Trying to keep an eye on pit road here, see if anybody else is coming in. Josh Bonwell on the 07 with the fresher tires. These guys are running 41 6s, 43 3s. He's running a 40.103. So fresh tires definitely has a lot more speed. All right, thank you. That is the 88 of Puffenbarger that Bonwell is getting ready to pass. That is not for position, but fresher tires, you got to go. So back up here to the 16, Derek Pemberton sitting in 4th. Ryan Robertson right now still holding on to 3rd in that 343. Landon Lacey. Oh, who's that? Nope. Bruce Wright that they just passed. Bruce Wright right now in 10th, 2 laps down. So we're just waiting to see when the leaders are going to come down. They might be stretching it out just a little bit. .57 laps led so far for the number 14, Tyler Cox. There is about 11 seconds from the leader back to 5th place. Oh, we see, I think that was that Josh Bonwell? Wow. He's been doing some crazy saves here tonight. Let's see what happened with him. And look at that, the back end just wants to come around. Wow, I tell you what, great save. Landon Lacey's about 4/10. He's just a little bit faster. Tyler Cox had a 41.537. Landon Lacey had a 41.513. So he is just a little bit faster. It looks like they have about 35 laps on those tires right now. .393 Nate in 6th. Look like the car doesn't like that transition too well. We go back up to 3rd place between Derek Pemberton and Ryan Robertson in the 343. I mean, these guys are just not letting go. Oh, no. Derek down. Is he going to keep it off the wall? Yep. Oh, another great save right there. Going to lose a little bit of positions, but that's all right. You can take it down pit road, get some rubber, get some fuel, and still be back out on the track. So Robertson going to be in 3rd. Puffenbarger's going to jump up to 4th. Pemberton's going to lose the spot and go back to 5th. Oh, and here he goes again. Yeah, it's time to bring that car down pit road. I can't imagine that he would stay out any longer. It looks like he's going to take her back around another lap. Got some takers to pit road. Looks like Ryan Robertson, Nate Catilla. Keep an eye on their pit road times. Like a 14.7 for Ryan and a 19.9 for Nate. Jeff Webker now giving up 11 to come into the pits. Tell you what, 16 Pemberton doing a pretty good job with that car considering how loose it was. We've seen him go one time down. Looked like he may have was going to go into the wall. Does save it. Next lap by again. Car got a little bit loose. He does get by the 88 of Brandon Puffenbarger. Oh, he tries to come into the pits and does not make it. Let's take another look. He came in a little bit too hot. Ooh, some damage to the nose. It looks like Lacey comes into the pits. Or maybe not. Wonder if Lacey had a problem and fell out. Because I don't see him here anymore. So Tyler Cox out front. He's getting ready to come down pit road. If Pemberton stays out and gets to the line first, he'll be scored your leader. See if you can get back around one more time and get scored for your leader. That was a pretty good stop right there by Cox. .5, that was a real good stop. So here's Pemberton in the 16. Is he going to stay out one more lap and officially get scored your leader, or is he going to come on in? And it looks like he's going to come in. We'll have to see if he can beat Tyler Cox to the line, at least get scored for it. All right, he does officially get scored for leading that lap. Tyler Cox right now about 27 seconds. And he's got to come back around one more time across the line to take that lead back over. Well, let's see. We got a interesting change-up going here. It's going to be Tyler Cox, Ryan Robertson, Josh Bonwell, Eric Minch, Austin Marion, your top 5. We'll have to see now with the 07 of Josh Bonwell, since he did pit a lot earlier. Does he still have any tires on that car to keep up with these guys? As so Tyler Cox goes back to the lead. Let's take a look at your top 5 real quick. Tyler Cox, Ryan Robertson, Josh Bonwell. What happened to Derek? He'll drop back to 6. Eric Minch and Austin Marion. What happened with Derek? Wonder if the car got loose on him again, and that's why he lost a couple of spots. See Josh Bonwell in 3rd, Eric Minch in 4th. It looks like Minch will take that spot, so Bonwell will go back to 4th. Here comes the 65 of Austin Marion. Wow, that 07 is wicked loose right there. It looks like he definitely has his hands full with that car right now. We're winding these laps down. Austin Marion does move to 4th. Josh Bonwell back to 5th. And not sure, but it looked like Austin Marion had a little bit of trouble there also. I'm not sure what happened with, Josh Bonwell hard into the wall, taking it down pit road the hard way. Wow, look at that hit. It does manage to get it under control, but man, that's a hard hit right there. So back up front to Tyler Cox in the number 14. He's got 71 laps led, 22 laps left in this race. Ryan Robertson sitting in second in that number 343. Eric Minch in the 32. He is sitting third. Austin Marion in the 65 is sitting fourth. And Derek Pemberton in the 16 is sitting 5th. We'll keep an eye on Austin Marion because he is running a little bit faster time than Eric Minch. So we'll see if he's able to close in on him for 3rd place. Hey, he loves the walls, but the walls don't love him right now. And look at Stephen Parks hanging on so far in 9th place, even with damage on the car. So Stephen Parks having a pretty good night here so far. And Bruce Wright is sitting in 7th. So having a pretty decent run here for him tonight. Nate Catilla in that 393 is running 6th. And it looks like Jeff Schmidt will pick up one more spot. He'll be up in 15th. Right in front of him in 14th is Trevarthen in the number 2. They may be able to pick up, how many more laps? Yeah, they might be able to pick up one more spot. The 18 laps to go this time by. Tyler Cox closing in on the 61 Jeff Schmidt. Jeff Schmidt going to take it down low and let them go on by. Ryan Robertson in that 343 hanging on tight for 2nd place so far. I know he would like to see a caution, be able to get some tires and start closer to Tyler and maybe fight it out for a quick shootout. That's what I'd be hoping if I was in 2nd anyway. And it looked like Nate maybe with a little brush with the wall. Take a look at pit lane, nobody in, so I believe Josh Bromwell took the car behind the wall. Right now he's currently sitting in 7th. Landon Lacey, I'm not really sure what happened to him, if he hit the X for a connection issue, but he is now sitting in 11th. Brandon Puffenbarger in 12th. Robert Dudley in 13th, and they are not on the track. And you see Derek Pemberton right here going by Nate Catella. That is not for position. Austin Marion and Eric Minch fighting it out still for third place. Oh, what happened with Mitch? I think he went to go cut it low, and it might have started to get away on him. Eric Minch going to hang on to fourth. Austin Marion going to be up in third. Ryan Robertson in second. And then Tyler Cox, your leader, will be coming to 14 to go this time by. He'll have 79 laps led. Yeah, Michael Treverton right now just moved up from 14th to 13th, so he definitely got another spot. May be able to get 12th before this is all over. We're just waiting for see if Jeff Schmidt will be able to move from 15th to 14th. And when points count, it's good to get that car back out on the track if you can and gain a couple of positions. And Stephen Parks right now sitting in 8th. That's amazing too, with no nose on that car. Having that thing out there still running and actually going to have a pretty decent finish. Where did he start tonight? Started 16th, halfway through the field. And Bruce Wright sitting up in 7th. Bruce Wright started 17th. Nate Catilla started 13th. He is 6th. Derek Pemberton 6th. He's got one position right now in 5th. Eric Minch started 14th, and he is currently sitting 4th. Austin Marion started 11th. He is sitting in 3rd. Ryan Robertson started 3rd. He is up to 2nd. And Tyler Cox started 5th, and he is your leader with 82 laps led this time by. Right now we had 3 cautions, 8 lead changes, and we have 12 laps remaining here at Michigan at the Homenet Hosting Cup Series at GFRL. Go Fast Racing League. Remind you, next week is an off week, and they'll be back June 23rd at Sonoma. Sonoma is a pretty good track. The only bad thing with Sonoma is sometimes you don't get a big turnout. You get a lot of guys that will use that as a provisional or a drop race. I'm not sure if they're allowing drop races, but a lot of guys don't like to do the road course in the Cup cars. I think it's a pretty good race. I know some struggle with it. So Treverton does take 12th, so he'll get one more spot. He may even end up with 11th before this is over. We're still waiting to see if Jeff Schmidt is going to get 14th is going to be really close. I don't think there's enough laps. So Treverton does take 11th just now. But even though he is the number 2, Treverton is shown 20 laps down. He's gained a bunch of spots just by bringing that car back out on the track. And here's Ryan Robertson into 343. He's sitting in second. He's about 14 seconds back from Tyler Cox. Tyler really doesn't have any pressure. He can kind of just take his time and ride his way through. He's still putting up some pretty decent laps. That last lap was a 40.976. Robertson is putting up a 41.274. It looks like Pemberton maybe closing in a little bit more here on Minch now for 4th. Marion does take 3rd. Right now, Pemberton is going to move into 4th. Minch going to go into 5th. Look like that car's starting to get a little bit handful. Checking for damages. It looks like he's got some right front damage, so that could be what's taking that car backwards. And look at Marion and Pemberton now for 3rd. And Derek Pemberton gonna take 3rd right now from Marion. We'll see if Marion's able to close it back up. I think Derek Pemberton's tires are just a little bit more fresher than it is right now. Robertson about 15 seconds back from your leader, Tyler Cox. Tyler Cox with going to be 88 laps this time by. And we're closing them down. 6 laps to go. A little bit of a distance there between Derek Pemberton in 3rd, Austin Marion in 4th, and Eric Minch right there in the 32 and 5th. And then a little bit more distance back to Nate Catilla in 6th in the 393. Stephen Parks moves up to 7th. Bruce Wright in 8th. Jeff Wubker in 9th. And Treverton in 11th. Josh Bonwell right now sitting in 10th. Treverton and Schmidt side by side, not for position. So Pemberton still sitting in 3rd. He is about 20 seconds back from your leader. Robertson about 15 seconds back from your leader. Tyler Cox, your leader. They come across the line, be 3 laps to go this time by. Good to see this end under green and not come down to a caution. So looks like this could be another one in the books. You see Tyler Cox right there getting ready to close in on 5th place. Eric Minch. With 2 laps to go this time by. Take another look at Tyler Cox. He started 5th. He's got 91 laps led with 2 laps to go. He has no pressure from 2nd place Ryan Robertson, who is 16 seconds back. Cox ran a 41.250. Robertson ran a 41.858. It'll be white flag this time by. Look like Tyler Cox, if he can take it a couple of more turns, he'll be your winner here tonight at Michigan. And he is getting ready to put the 5th place driver, the number 32, Eric Minch, a lap down. Oh, Minch up into the wall. He does hang on to it. And your winner tonight, Tyler Cox. 93 laps led. Great run for him right there. Ryan Robertson, Derek Pemberton going to be your top 3. That was a great run right there. We'll let these guys settle in real quick, and then we'll come back and get some interviews.
Is your personal computer running as well as it should be? Has something gone wrong and you don't know how to fix it? We rely on our computers for everything nowadays. Work, entertainment, and socializing, as well as storing personal data and precious photographs. So when your computer stops working, it could seem like life has stopped too. Our computer repair technicians are fully qualified and skilled. They are experienced and efficient enough to locate the cause of the problem and find the right solution to get your computer back up and running in the fastest possible time. And they'll do it without confusing you with geek speak or charging you the earth. Don't risk losing everything. Get your computer running right again. Call the professionals today.
All right, we're back. Let's get a word in with Derek Pemberton. He was our 3rd place finisher. Give me 1 second to see if I can find him. All right, where is he at? Here he goes. All right, Derek Pemberton, you got SR Broadcasting up here. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, man. Hey, dude, that was a really good run you had there. We've seen a couple of times you had to chase the car down the hill to kind of save it, and you managed to keep it off the wall and keep it going the right way. Give us a breakdown of how your race went tonight, man.
Yeah, of course, our qualifying effort was pretty piss poor tonight, I will say, and I was actually kind of surprised as the race, especially early on, we was able to drive right up through the field, and then after some unfortunate wrecks that kind of happened after our first yellow, kind of propelled me to 3rd, and then I was able to just kind of hang around up there for most of the race, and actually really proud. I had 2 great teammates, Tyler Cox and Landon Lacey, really over there helping me out and helping me figure out the line and everything, and then right there near toward the end, green flag pit stops, I probably had the worst pit stop ever known to mankind. I slid through my box, backed up too far to the left. Then once I finally got it straight, I was too far forward, had to back up. I lost so much time, and I was actually very well surprised I was able to run down Minch and Marion from over 20 to 25 seconds. I ran them all the way down and passed them.
Yeah, we were watching that. That was amazing to see because there was a couple of times where you slid the car, and you'll hear me even say, I think it's time for you to take it down pit road, but you kept it out and seemed to be doing pretty good with it. Definitely a good run here, man. You started 6th, finished 3rd, put on a good show, man.
Yeah. I'm about to say, compared to my teammates, we was talking throughout the runs, and just where I was saving so much so early in the run, I was able to have I was just able to have so much more fuel. So I was trying to stay out for as long as possible. So it felt, I don't know, it felt really good to be running as well as we did tonight. Kind of a rear finish, highest finish I think I've ever had, second highest finish I've had in this league. So it feels quite nice, and especially at one of my best tracks here at Michigan.
All right, awesome, man. Hey, next week is off. The following week they'll be at Sonoma. You plan on running?
Yes, sir, I do actually, and I'm actually very happy and looking forward to that race because for some reason I know how to. I feel like I'm kind of half decent driving stock cars around that track, so I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah, and we were just saying in the broadcast, a lot of guys don't really like to run Sonoma. A lot of guys will try and take it for a provisional if provisionals are allowed or a drop race, and I don't know. I seem to enjoy it. I'm not the best there, but I enjoy it. I think that's going to be a really good race. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we are too. I'm about to say, especially us over here at Overtake, we got some pretty quick guys in just stock cars, and they're also pretty quick on road courses. So, I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing how our team's going to do overall going into next week with it being kind of one of those road courses and stock cars.
Well, if it's anything like tonight, man, you should be up there in the front. You started 6th, you finished 3rd. You kept the car clean. We saw you do some pretty good saves out there, man. Great race for you. Before we let you get out of here, anybody you want to shout out to?
Yes, of course. I want to thank my Overtake teammates, Tyler Landon, Joe Burchett, who wasn't here tonight, Adam Chapman, who unfortunately wasn't here tonight. They're all just great teammates. They really helped propel me to kind of where I'm at today. And also got to thank my sponsor, AC Paints, always providing me some pretty amazing paints. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I got to thank GoFast and everything for putting on a great league out here tonight.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on 3rd. Great race here for you tonight, man. Hopefully that carries on into Sonoma, and we'll look for you in 2 weeks.
All right. Thank you, man.
All right. All right, that was Derek Pemberton in the number 16. Ryan Robertson, I don't see him here, but we'll just go over Ryan Robertson. Started 3rd, finished 2nd, had himself a pretty good run here tonight, and hopefully he'll be here next week, not next week, in 2 weeks in Sonoma, and we can talk to him there. But congratulations on 2nd place there, man. And we'll go to Tyler Cox, our winner here tonight. Mr. Tyler Cox, this is Paul up in SR Broadcasting. Do you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man, you really put it out there. 93 laps led, started 5th, finished 1st. Good to see when we talked to you early on, it didn't do any of the jinx for you. Man, dude, you look like you were on fire. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, the race was good. I really enjoyed it. Had a good battle with Landon. I think he ended up getting into it with a lap car, which is unfortunate for him. He had a good run going. Happy that my teammate Derek, he finished 3rd after having kind of a bad pit stop there on the final pit stop. But car was loose all night. Everybody was sideways, so if you could keep the right rear on it, you were good. But it was pretty hard to do that.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of times a couple of different guys have to chase the car down the hill and save it, man. And you kept it clean. Looks like you got the big dog concrete up there on the hood. Car's looking really sharp. I don't see any damages on it. And you come out of here, dude, with 93 laps led. That's just amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty good performance, I guess. Hopefully got the sponsor some good airtime tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, next week is off. The following week is Sonoma. You plan on running Sonoma?
I will be there. I love stock car road racing, so it'll be a good time. I'm always pretty quick. I have a couple of second split NIS 6 wins there, so hopefully we can find the way around again for another victory.
Oh, that'll be cool, man. I'll tell you what, you put on a great race here tonight. 93 laps led, man. That's just untouchable for starting 5th and getting up to the front and working your way through, man. Definitely a great run for you tonight. Congratulations on the win. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, obviously my sponsor, Big Dog Concrete. Couldn't be here without them. Adam Chapman, who painted the car, AC Paints. He's not one of my sponsors, but he does all great paints. My mom and dad, obviously, they help me with everything. Ryan Kuhn, he helps me out with the kids like my brother, so he helps me out with driving styles and figuring out how to get around tracks. And everybody at Overtake. Yeah, just you obviously for broadcasting and go fast. So.
All right, man. Congratulations on the win and the 93 laps led, man. We'll look for you in 2 weeks and see what you got at Sonoma, man. I'm looking forward to that race. Like I said, I enjoy that track. I struggle a little bit at it, but I do enjoy that track. I think it's a real fun race, so we're looking forward to it.
Absolutely. We'll see you then, man.
All right. Have a good night and go celebrate, man. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that was your winner right there, Tyler Cox. 93 laps led, man. He was like on fire tonight. Real good racing going on out here. Unfortunately, some of the good cars that were out there got taken out a little bit early. A few drivers a little bit later, but definitely a lot of fun here tonight. Let's take a look and see real quick what our summary is. Not bad. 3 cautions. We had 125 laps here, 8 lead changes. Tyler Cox comes out your winner here tonight with 93 laps led. Next Sunday, GFRL is next Sunday. Why do I keep wanting to say Sunday? Next Saturday, GFRL is off. Tune back in June 23rd at 8:20 in the pre-race countdown show. We will be at Sonoma. I like that track. I think that's going to be a really good race. So hopefully, you tune in and we see another race like we did here tonight, man. Some real high action. A lot of guys out on the track. Let's see, catch my breath here for a minute. We're going to go over the results and then we're going to pack up and get out of here. Tyler Cox takes home the win, 93 laps led. Ryan Robertson finishes 2nd. Derek Pemberton finishes 3rd. Austin Marion finishes 4th. Eric Minch will take home 5th. Nate Catilla finishes 6th. Stephen Parks finishes in 7th. A way to hang on and keep that thing out here on the track. Bruce Wright will finish 8th. Jeff Wupker will finish 9th. Michael Tavarathan will finish 10th. 11th is Josh Bonwell. 12th is Landon Lacey. Brandon Puffenbarger will finish 13th. Robert Dudley finishes 14th. Jeff Schmidt will take home 15th. Skylar Allen Sr. will take home 16th. Charlton Sanders will be 17th. And Nate Anderson will finish 18th. All right, there's your race here tonight at the Homenet Hosting Cup Series at Go Fast Racing League, Michigan International Speedway 125. Your winner, Tyler Cox, with 93 laps led. Just remember, be safe. Next week is an off week, and we'll be back with Sonoma. So until then, be safe, everybody, and thanks for tuning in.